my own account. Huh? No, I'm kind of. Hmm? And we're live. What is up? All four of us.
We have 4 of us now?
There are 4 of us. How did you know?
There are 3 of us.
No, live. I mean, our watchers. We have 6 watchers.
I see. Hello to the 6 viewers we have. Alright. So.
We're basically famous.
We're so famous. We're going to be doing some work on our 1940s area for now.
Indeed. Do you want to tell them a little bit about this? I mean, it is mainly my area, but I do want to hear.
So the basics is our current New York City project is split between a number of different times based on different areas of the city. So our Lower Manhattan is the 70s, Park Avenue, as we'll see later, is the early 60s, and this area, around Hell's Kitchen, is in the 1940s. So we do some of these ocean liners. I'm going to be doing the Savoy Plaza on stream, among some other things.
Mm-hmm. I would like to start by introducing first this ocean liner. I do not know the name of it, but I do know it was made by a very nice friend of ours, Fritz, so thank you for that. I think also known as Socks still, depends on where you see him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Also, I apologize for the echo. It should be better now, though, right?
Are we good?
Seems like it. Alright.
Alright.
Nowhere better to start than the front. You want to come with me? Let's take a look at this place.
Alrighty.
Parked at, what I assume are going to be some sort of Australian ocean liner docks. Socks' city is, or Fritz's city is set in, Australia, in a custom city called Newport, so it's going to start there.
Yeah.
Starting with the bridge, nothing to say but beautiful. I mean, this thing has full interior, if you wouldn't believe it.
It is an immaculate ship. It's ridiculously impressive.
Captain's quarters and everything like that.
Yeah. Captain's cabins and all that. And then this is first class deck.
Ow.
You've got skylights. The amount of rigging here is just immaculate. believe this is piano room, smoking room, something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
first class piano room.
Not actually sure.
That is, I believe, the smoking and piano room. Or this is radio communications, I believe. This is
yeah, that's the Marconi room.
Yeah, telegraph and stuff like that. I don't understand any of these computers, but looks complicated. All right. Now, next up, this
would be the
grand
second
staircase.
class. Yeah, here's the smoking room
I see.
with the billiards table.
Actually, I'm aware on some big ships like this, and if I can remember correctly, this one does have, or maybe it doesn't. I do know on some of these aged ocean liners with four smokestacks, like the Titanic and other ships like that, they would often use the fourth smokestack as a way to ventilate those like big smoking rooms or places with fireplaces.
I think we were having a conversation about that earlier with the Titanic. Was the fourth one wasn't actually just vanity; it was used for the kitchen and the later things that required ventilation.
Yeah, bit of a misconception about the Titanic. And here we are, first class, and a reading room.
Ooh. Where's the reading room? I don't think I ever saw that.
Oh yeah, we've been through the ship a couple of times, and there's still rooms that we miss.
Oh wow!
Wow, I just can't get over how these rooms look. Whoa!
Yeah, this is neat.
Beautiful.
I'd love to see what this is modeled after. I think this is all modeled after actual ship interiors of the time.
I do believe that the actual design of the ship is custom, though.
I think so, yeah. But I think some of the specific rooms might be based off of, like, interior decor of the time.
Standing down here, we have second class up here. Again, just more amazing rooms. As much as it does seem that this ship is a bunch of the same thing over and over again, because of how small the ship is, it's actually the opposite. Most of these rooms can't be just copied block for block. There has to be a different design for every way that the curve of the ship interacts with the outside of the room.
Exactly. The entire ship is this custom shape. I might be able to pull it in half and we can see a cutaway.
If we do have another copy of it, that is. I don't want to demolish this one.
Oh, yes, of course.
Again, just more amazing rooms. And, like, as you can see, there's, like, bunk bed versions, single beds. It's just incredible. Oh, women's and men's restrooms. How fancy.
Oh, I've ended up in the wrong deck of the ship.
I probably shouldn't be
here. How in the world do I get out of here? There we are. This place is just a maze.
Now, I'd hate this room. Imagine spending, like, thousands of dollars on this dream voyage in first class, just end up in the middle.
Alright, let's see if I can't try to do a cutaway by copying a section of it.
I have found my way naturally into, third class. Not nearly as nice, I can see.
Oh, no, it's third class, I see.
More things over here. Men's restroom.
I think if
same thing.
I'm gonna. That should be.
Just to show you that there is one.
Position. Oh, I'm one off. There we are. What are you up to, KB?
I'm just doing neighborhood.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, we haven't introduced you to the stream yet. Welcome, KB.
Hello.
I believe he's working on Anzu right now, our LA city.
I'm just going through here in these mail rooms and things. I mean, a large portion of this ship and a large similarity with these and a bunch of the British and Australian ships as well. The name RMS, like RMS Titanic or RMS anything of that sort, is because these were first and foremost mailing ships for the British Crown. So you'll see like these massive mail rooms and just a bunch of freight and everything.
It's Royal Mailing Ship, isn't it? Or something like that?
Yeah, it's a Royal Mail ship. And descending down into here, refrigerators. Again, just the amount of infrastructure that goes into building one of these ships is incredible.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
And as you can see with mine, which I might show off in a second, I am, let's just say, struggling.
One thing task ahead of yourself.
Yeah. Oh, this is just amazing. And as you'll see when Zach does the cutaway, all of these like massive engine rooms and smoke and everything all works together accurately as it should in the ship. Like the funnels are actually connected to the coal rooms and everything.
It is just, it never ceases to be an unbelievably impressive.
Yeah, just the layers of everything. Oh, I missed the ladders. But oh my God,
if you teleport to me now, you'll see it's pasting in. The water is still there, but you can just see the intense nature of this ship.
What? There we go.
There's actually some versions I've seen of some of Fritz's other ships as well that are even more dense than this. It is just wildly impressive what he's able to do. Oops.
Is yours out on the water? Oh.
It's out. That's
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
looks like something. Yeah.
Let me see if I can't replace the
Can't get over these decks.
air. That did not work.
Right here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is
There
the
we
deck
are.
for leaving ports. Sometimes you'll well, not really anymore because ocean liners aren't really a thing. You'd see captains be called in, not the actual captain of the ship, but somebody who works at that dock, or like a professional in
actually-
leaving the dock. And this is the wheel that they would use to do it.
That's something you see a little bit in places like the Thousand Islands, like where your Edmund Fitzgerald would have sailed. Is you would have regional captains who would be brought onto ships via tugboat, specifically to guide them through areas in specific ports.
And this is just incredible. Look at this.
It reminds me of the old books that I feel like everybody had, with the cutaways of the buildings and the boats and everything.
You speak for yourself. I've never had anything like that. But just
But it's
the
just,
way...
it is insane how the coal things have ventilation and the smokestacks are incorporated into the design and they're accounted for in the layout of the rooms. It's just never ceases to amaze.
And I've never even seen this room before. This is, I mean, half of this room is incredible.
That's also true. There's an whole other little spiral staircase here. Or this little dining room. That I
Wow.
assume is double the size.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some of Fritz's ships as well, where even these little areas in the bow are filled by like luggage and storage and ventilation and piping. In some cases, you'll even see this here, which I believe would be the axle for the rudder.
But yeah.
Sometimes you'll see that run the full distance. It's
I see. So close but so far. He didn't build it in
Yes.
just one little... I mean, you're never going to see this. But we're almost there. We're almost there.
It's almost. You mustn't forget that in yours.
You know what? I'll do him a favor. There we go. Just as it should be. Wow.
Amazing. You've made the ship just so much better.
I'm truly an artist. What can I
Truly
say?
remarkable.
Continuing on these boats, before I show mine, I do want to give a little progress update of the piers over here.
That would be wise.
Piers 47.
Stupid.
I did not write this, for the
Yes,
record.
he did.
These are
He
not
wrote
stupid
that.
piers. These are really smart and cool piers.
They're really stupid piers.
Some of these have interior. Yep, like over
I
here.
believe these are You modeled these off of what, Cunard?
Yeah, these were the Cunard White Star Line ones in New York. Like, the Titanic was supposed to make it to this dock, which it never did. But wow, just the views
Here's
of the
these
ship from
some
here are...
Full-on research on how you laid these out, right?
Mm-hmm. The goal is to make them as accurate as it would be to a traveler back then. Obviously, or surprisingly even, there's not nearly as much resources on these as you'd think. Like, I found a picture which helped me do this, but people really saw these as more like infrastructure than anything. Like, when's the last time you've taken a picture of the door that leads to your plane? Not many people think about that, and especially in a day and age where film was so expensive and so hard to carry around, nobody ever thought to think of taking a picture of how the door here connects to the pier here. Now, there
I
are
feel
some
you
that have
see a lot of
survived,
that
but it's very
in-
difficult.
I feel you see a lot of that in older infrastructure and more mundane things. It's just how people never really cared to look and cared to, like, see what that meant. I think it's wildly interesting.
Yeah, I do feel like in every day and age, and especially now, we do take that for granted almost. Just all of the simple things that make our life a lot easier.
And then, of course, we have the...
Of course, like this
wonderful
pixel art.
facade.
Oh yeah, the wonderful
Designed
facade
by
made
yours
by not me,
truly.
so it doesn't matter. Zach did make the facade of this. I did make all the green in the back.
I did. The green in the back is all his. which
More
is
importantly,
cool.
A very scary project of mine. Now, this boat will have 4 smokestacks, so I assume the back one will probably make use of ventilation and air intake like I was discussing earlier. It is hard to make these boats.
Started on the rigging as well.
the more I work on this boat, and keep in mind it's been like I think almost a week or two since I've started, the more respect I have for Fritz and his
It
shipbuilding
is
process.
wild how
It
you
is.
even go about making something like this.
Mhm. It is incredibly difficult. Even down to like figuring out what exactly goes on right like in this room right here. This is just like impossible almost to think about.
Anyways, I need to do some reference gathering for a certain building that I
That you do, and you can see it in the bottom right screen.
Yep. Currently trying to dig for the old Savoy Plaza that was demolished for the GM building in what, 63, I think.
Sounds about right.
I plan on putting some sort of large sign on it, but other than that, it'll stay about how it was.
Trying to figure out.
Yes, 1964. Let's see if I can get a close up or not. Ooh. Oh, I didn't know that. The building was built in 1892.
Wow.
It's older than I thought it was.
Well, not anymore. It's kind of gone.
Well, yes. And there it is, brand new before the sherry was built. That is an odd sight. Alright. That's a good photo. I'm toying with proportions. I'll have to see what I end up doing with it, but those are subject to change.
I have a much less interesting job, but I feel like it does pay off a lot more. All these like fine road details here.
Oh yeah, I noticed some of those. Those are looking fantastic.
Because this area is set in the 1940s, in a lot of places there weren't really like the same road lines and hell laws that we have now. So I'm giving the suggestion of where the lanes were by having different coloring in places. Instead of having a line where the cars stop, it's all of the kind of rubber from the cars coming to a stop of the line.
Smart.
I know, I'm the best. What can I say?
Indeed. But, with that, I think I can start, actually. I think this is all I need. I've got, what appears to be a few good shots of the tower, which is actually smaller than I thought. I'll have to toy with facades a little bit because, of course, there is something a bit, well, I'd argue a bit ugly about the real building. I think the inherent gracefulness of a lot of older towers of the time doesn't really apply to something this bulky, but
It does look quite a bit like Mr. Krabs, to put it.
it does.
To put it blunt.
So it does. But, so we start. I'm going to use probably limestone for this. I think that'd be
Have you
wise.
picked a plot for it?
I'm going to do it for now across the street from the, the Sphinx.
Oh yeah, just to introduce it very lightly. Hotel Sphinx, built by the Lime Hit, and I think his name online is Spintex the Lawyer.
I believe so. Yeah, you might see him go by John Ford, but
Yeah.
I believe it's been text.
Found on Planet Minecraft and Twitter, both of them, I believe. And now I take full credit for this bar. I'm pretty sure I made this, but not these, or the windows, or the rest of them. The rest of the diner.
What scale is this section? What should I be working in?
1.5 to 1.
Got it.
Scale is a little tricky on account of you, for the lack of a better term, messing it up in Park Avenue.
Not wrong, not wrong. Though I feel we now have the opportunity to use scale to our advantage.
Definitely.
Alright. So I'm thinking if I make the windows thinner than they should be, I can draw the building upwards a lot more than it would have been. Which I think would do it better, because I think if the tower were slimmer, I believe it would just simply be nicer looking. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I can see that, definitely.
How did I do that corner?
But Katie, where are you traveling to?
I just went back to the TV hub.
I see.
I was looking at what is it called? Fritz's ship. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
So beautiful.
It is just ridiculously impressive.
I
You've
love
got to
the
get him on
picture.
here at
So
some
complete.
point.
It would be lovely to have him on the stream.
Won't say anything, but stay tuned. Who knows?
Maybe. Though with time zones, maybe.
Does get a little difficult. I think it's like 6 in the morning for him right now. If everybody moved to Florida, this wouldn't be that big of an issue. Just saying.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if I want to do that.
Fate worse than death. This looks like a road that people drive on. Something like that.
I reckon. We still need to get to our cars. Maybe that's something we do later.
I don't think that we're ever going to get a 40's car just right.
That's reasonable. It'll be difficult.
I do have one right here that shows we tried at least.
We tried it's probably the best way of putting it.
I mean, it is a
is-
car. I don't know if it's super 40's.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weirdly bulbous car with an interesting back. I reckon it would pass for 1950s, I will say.
Yeah.
Looking at it, I think it does that fairly well, but
Depends on who you ask.
reasonable.
Where are we at? Ooh, the neighborhood. We should check this out later. I will save it. Hold on. Go back to that.
Oh, yes.
I haven't worked this on a while. I feel like it needs a bit more love to it, you know?
That's fair.
I remember when it was just 2 houses. It has gotten a lot bigger since then.
Back in my day.
Nate, do you like the Strode? I know how much you love Strodes.
I fucking love Strodes.
No.
Words cannot describe how much I love really big, really wide roads that go
Currently
nowhere.
building a primitive early Strode.
Yeah, this is essentially a Strode, except it's got a train on it.
So it's a
Kind of public transport, who knows?
No, I'm not gonna be able to do
A
that.
strail.
A strail.
Somehow even worse.
How old is this locomotive now? Looks surprisingly
Still
good.
run. Oh, wait, the one that I built, you mean?
Yeah.
This
This is a few years ago, isn't it?
a year too old?
Oh, that's
Based on the Union Pacific Big Boy, still running. I think it's. I don't think it's the oldest still running in America, but it's
one of them. Yeah.
one of the nicest and one of the biggest of its time.
Yep. That feels about appropriate for sizing. I might need to beef it up slightly for one of the corners. Maybe. No, that might be better for that section up there. And what do I raise this to?
I am starting to think. Part of planning this is, in the time period that it's set in, is thinking about which roads are made of what materials. As this is set in the 1940s, I mean, asphalt was already a thing. But my question is if any of the roads in these areas would be made out of, like, bricks or cobblestone.
A lot of New York was cobbled streets for a very long time. Like, especially once you go further south. Obviously, there's still areas of cobbled streets, though. Some of them were reclad in like the 70s, but you could get away with cobbled areas, I'd say. Just not sure.
You wonder, realistically, if any of these parts are. I do know, I believe this street that we're on right now, or that you're building your tower on, is Central Park West. So I do believe at some point in this time period it does make sense for it to be cobblestone street.
You're right, it is.
It's a bunch of like apartments and stuff like that in this time period.
Yeah, it'll be fancy old apartment houses. So that's okay. I'm realizing that my spacing more befits a taller section of the tower or a section higher up, so I'm just gonna start doing that. That should do.
I think I just realized that our chat's not up to date. That's from our little trouble a few minutes ago.
Oh, I see. That's not good.
Yeah, let me fix that.
Who do we have watching currently? Where do I see that?
We've got 4 concurrent views right now.
Ooh,
Look at that.
fancy.
Yo, Rita, what's up? Welcome to
Oh,
clearly the most exciting and invigorating stream ever.
this is truly.
I think this is the #1 on YouTube right now. I'm not gonna double check that, but I think we might be the
I don't
next.
think you need to. I think we're certain.
I think we are the only people on YouTube last time I checked. So
Yeah, I think we have to start a competitor to Lunchables. No, I think
Yeah.
that's just kind of like a legal requirement.
I think we're gonna move to fucking Skype after this. There's nowhere but up from here.
Skype. Let's get a MySpace stream going.
Mhm.
Oh god. Alright. I might need to go back to Financial District, see how I did some of the detailing on that church. Because I'm not sure how to do this.
I wouldn't mind a quick pit stop over there.
Would be good. Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can't do off the bat. I'll use something darker here. That looks good. That's not atrocious, actually. I can work with that probably. I reckon that's not horrid. I can... Do fence gates attach to glass? They do not. Perfect.
They don't?
That's not bad.
I guess that makes sense.
I'd have to tweak the set-in nature of it, but... No, I think that's alright. And then I can do the cornice work up here. I wonder if I can find a color photo. That might be wise. See the detailing. It appears to just be a white building, so might lean on that. I'll stain it near the end, I think. That'd be wise. Alright.
Right now I'm going through the important process in terms of detailing of figuring out which way the roads are going. Well, it doesn't seem like a big deal. If you notice, either side of this road has staining in a different direction. Now, I didn't just pick that out of nowhere. It's actually based on which way the tires would be going. So, as this side is the side closer where they stop, as it gets closer and closer, the brakes get stronger and stronger, so there's more residue left over here, as opposed to behind it. And then works the same the other way. It's a lot less here because these cars are just starting to move and wouldn't hit their brakes. So, with that in mind, we're going to set this road this way, meaning we'll start all that like heavy detailing all the way on this side.
It's good to account for these things. Makes your city feel more lived in.
Yes, absolutely.
How does that look? Is that accurate? Let's see. That looks fairly correct. Most of this is an eyeing project, especially because off the bat I've skewed the proportions, so...
You've seen what, sorry?
I've skewed the proportions off the bat.
Oh, nice.
Just... I want to make it taller than it is in real life, because I feel that would do it a lot of good.
Yeah, especially in an area like this. I feel like it kind of captures the vibe of the 1940s.
I agree. Take a step back. How are we looking? I don't think that's half bad.
Look at that.
I'm liking it.
Same here.
Good to hear. This is actually like a lot higher up the building than where I'm building it, but I realized the spacing of the windows made more sense for that area, so just rolling with it.
It's always important to take those creative liberties. It turns it from making a building into making your building.
Exactly. Very important thing when making a city is to know how to make someone else's building your own. And
Pearl,
not someone else's
I would agree
building.
with that as of any time except for this year. I think
No.
now is not really a good time to be siding with P. Diddy. I'll go out on a limb and say that. Call me controversial.
Call me controversial. Yeah, you could say that. There's a little bit more detailed the cornice work here. I might try to.
I have K. Diddy on stream. Wow. KB, what's your opinion on baby oil?
Ooh, my opinion.
Your opinion. We're really journalists here.
Ooh, okay, how should I put this?
How much do you have in your house right now?
Oh, I'm not telling you that.
Oh, okay. Aggressive.
More or
Yeah.
less than the average.
I'm gonna say less.
Like 2,000 bottles, 3,000 bottles? Well, what are we talking here? Gallons?
How much less?
Okay, what would you say the average is?
I think-
80,000
80,000?
gallons.
80,000 gallons a year, definitely. A
Yeah.
week,
Not
hell,
very much.
a day.
Oh, I
Like
go
right
for
now.
hourly.
Well, that's not very much.
Here on
I'd probably-
Dreamcast, we ask the real questions.
This is the hard-hitting stuff
Yes.
that Newsmax won't ask.
Newsman. Oh gosh.
MSNBC doesn't have shit on us.
I'd like to see the morning show try. Let's see if that's an improvement or a much worse design. I find iterating and iterating is the recipe to just good. That's alright. Let me try changing these to white candles. Let's see. Ooh, I could use skulls too. There's a lot of things I could do here, actually. That's better, but now where are the muffins that are there? Let's see if I can get this right.
Set spoon.
So close, yet so far away. That spoon. Oh,
I mean, if you say so.
these are the important things. Spoon.
Bone.
That looks nice. Look at that.
Let me take a look. I can't see a difference, but it's
Oh.
definitely good, or something like that.
Fair enough. I raised the cornice and added the
Some tough questions.
heads. Some tough questions. There is something, at least to me, charming about the very garish, very ungraceful old hotels of New York. They are not pretty buildings, but they are still that level of stately where you can't really argue.
We'll definitely see those when we get around to well, one example at least. When we get
Sure.
to Park Avenue later.
Park Avenue is definitely a hotspot of them currently.
Well, currently being the 1960s.
Still, I've dropped my headphones.
Or professionals. Can't tell.
We are professionals. I definitely didn't sneeze so hard I dropped my headphones.
Into the mic, mind you.
Into the mic, of course. And I have not blown my nose.
I just checked my Friends Life 360 thinking it was my family, and I thought that I gained 5 family members, and they were all across America.
Jesus. There's an improvement. Okay. I'm like,
What is my second mom doing in Arizona?
There's some things we haven't told you.
Wommed.
Wom.
Wommed.
That is better. Okay.
I am wondering if at some point we should do a video about mastering World Edit.
Could be wise.
I'm just now realizing a lot of the commands that I do, like what I'm about to do right now, fill R. I think most people don't even know about the fact that it just like automatically like matches your selection up to, I mean, a certain radius. 100 blocks away from where I'm standing is like right here.
No, there are a lot of things I think we take for granted here on the Dreamcast that we've just kind of internalized. It'd be wise to show those off.
Not easy being the best again.
Not wrong. Do live chat. There we go. So now I have to do the weird challenge of working backwards and up, or down.
Backwards and down?
Yeah, I've accidentally done a higher up part of the building than I meant to, so I have to work and do the section below it first. Which is interesting.
I mean, usually I just leave that stuff to the end. I'll make the entire top of the tower, then work on the base. Or just never work on the base, depends on how
It's
lazy
a little too
and
common
inefficient
for
I'm
both
feeling.
of us, I think.
Yeah.
Alright. I think I'll do the inside sections, which is...
Speaking of, I still haven't finished this road.
Oh, yeah. That too. No, that's fine. Do that. Those are like that. So I have to do that. Put that on the corner, and that is how you wrap a cornice. That looks pretty good. What's your feelings on the true streamlined Art Deco? That very stripy 1930s curve. Because I know we were...
The longer that I kind of get over, or like grasp like all of the ages of Art Deco, like the early 20s, the mid 30s, even into the 40s, I don't really like it as much. I understand where the concept comes from, of all those sleek shapes, but really, my favorite time has to be like the really over ornate, colorful, like almost paintings in a way, within a building of the 1920s.
I can respect that. I'd say my favorite kind of Art Deco is probably the like carbon and carbide era. Is what I'd call it, where it's that very late 20s, glamorous but very sleek, handsome buildings is the word I use.
That is actually quite useful to me right now. I've just been kind of looking around silently. It's my way of kind of gauging what needs to go in this spot to really transition us from the low-lying ports and transportation and smog into these kind of more ornate hotels. So to that degree, I'm just trying to kind of take it all in and see what I can put here. I do think maybe some lower-lying Art Deco might make sense over here.
That could do good. Maybe something like the Meatpacking District with those kinds of wide awning buildings. I'm not sure what they'd be. Warehouses?
I do know that in this area, based on that one map that you showed me, I don't know if you'd be able to pull it up on stream.
Might be able to.
A lot of these areas over here were like large warehouses, sometimes even connected to rails directly that would lead to ports. Now, well, this one wouldn't. I am wondering if maybe some sort of warehouse that ties into the fact that these are passenger ports may work.
Let me see if I can't find that map. Just wanna... That looks right. Alright. Here's the challenge. Can I pull this up first go? And will it let me pull it up first go? Anderson Isometric Maps. Map collection. Here's the question. I believe the one that I pulled most... the one that I was talking to you about was, what, 67 or 71? It's one of the two. One of his
Definitely
larger
60s, if it still had the ports in it.
Okay.
At some point into the 90s, a lot of New York's ports were torn down. And
I'm surprised they lasted that long.
I mean, really less ocean liners, more cargo and things of that sort, did last into the 90s. And hell, I mean, ocean liners really lasted into the 60s and 70s. The ones that weren't scrapped, at least.
There's a certain feeling to that era where they were trying to compete directly with the jet age. That design language is spectacular.
I mean, it really wasn't until they got to the point where the 707 and like the 747 even, where they got like that reliable American jet transport, to the point where they were safe. I mean, because even I don't know if it was the 60s or 50s, like early 60s, late 50s, where the Comet was made, the first jetliner. But I mean, that was so unreliable and still so...
Yeah, it exploded like many times. No,
that
I think,
does typically make people scared. I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe it's just me.
I think it was the birth of really like the tri-jets in the mid-70s that brought the first true like affordable airline tickets. And that's when you saw really, I think, the death of transatlantic like ship crossing. I mean, and then there was of course the Concorde, which who knows what happens with that.
Sting wrote it. That's all I need to hear.
For me, the archive site is not working. That's a shame.
For some reason, it only works on my computer, but I can't quite pull it up on a kind of, streaming.
We'll see if it works later.
Yeah.
If the almighty archive gods will allow me.
The one thing holding this project together, honestly.
Oh, Lord knows we've delved deep into old archive sites and all that.
I don't think I've ever made it to the last page of Google quite like when I'm working on these. It gets scary.
It is weird that you reach a point that's so obscure that there are a limited amount of Google pages to scroll through.
Like, has anybody ever even gone past the first page for like anything? I
don't know. I'm lucky enough that most of what I design is just far enough into the modern era where there's pretty common photos of everything.
I mean, I will say, for a building that has not been released yet, so who knows if I'll get around to it. I may or may not have had to go to a Chinese news station that like isn't even available in America to go to like a breaking news story about some kind of commerce website, and in that I found their headquarters, which was the building I wanted to make. May or may not have taken like 7 hours, but well worth it.
Wasn't that your Anzu project?
That was my Anzu project, if I still get to it. Panda Warehouse.
Yes. Alright, can I fit... Let's do that. Let's try that. Can I do that? So if I do that with this, something like that, or how am I going to do this? This is not going fun. Kind of. How do I do this? Let's see. Can I make this more noticeably a diamond shape? We'll toss that. Yeah. That's pretty good. Can I... Oh, hey, have they fixed that? Hey, they have!
Fixed what?
If you structure void a glass pane now, it does not show an invisible texture.
It used
actually
to.
shows a full texture. Yep.
I've never had that problem before. I guess I don't structure block often.
Completely fair. I think that'll do. I'm very excited to do the big neon sign on top of this thing. I think that'll look plenty nice.
Trying to vaguely sort out right now how the kind of outline of this new building should go. One thing I'm grasping with is sometimes the best spaces are open spaces. Like having this whole area out here, for example, like be a flat space that clearly shows that it used to be a building or is in the process of becoming a new building is going to add a lot more depth and timeliness to this area. Like,
That's
considering it's the 1940s, even now was the start of the death of the golden age of these ocean liners. So maybe they're tearing down some kind of nicer pop-up thing relating to the ocean liners in the form of something more utilitarian or industrial.
It's definitely very good for exemplifying a city that's undergoing a lot of change, is to have that change.
Yeah.
Wise thing to have. Oh? Hey, Adrian.
Oh my god, it's Adrian.
Hello, hello.
Adrian
Just
from
Just
the
you two do
Dreamcast.
sound similar.
What?
The KB.
Yeah, you and KB.
Oh.
Bizarre.
You may or may not be live right now on
Me?
the greatest
You are.
YouTube channel, Dreamcast.
The greatest stream to ever hit.
The only stream, as far as I'm aware.
The only stream left, apparently.
I won't check.
That's pretty gnarly.
Hmm.
I can't play Minecraft for a bit though.
No worries.
I got about 2 weeks homework to catch up on, and
Oof.
however many hours it is before 6 o'clock.
Let's turn this into a homework stream. We're gonna cancel everything. Hope you guys don't mind.
Oh no.
What is planned?
How am I going to go to Cornice from...
Eventually, a tour of a certain somebody's Perg Avenue. Not the UNC. And KB better be ready for a tour of his neighborhood, whatever that may be.
That would be lovely.
Neighborhood?
I've tried my best to not take a look at it since I guess I brought it over to this world from his test world.
When, oh when, will the Willowdale walkthrough?
One day soon. It's another thing we could...
Actually,
show.
if you're here, if you can manage to get on, we can make that a section of the stream.
For sure.
What?
There's your goal. Godspeed on your homework.
I'm actually I've gotten it all sent to me.
Oh goodness.
So I just have to copy stuff.
Right now we're at, I think,
However-
51 minutes on stream. I assume at 60 we'll be taking a short 5-minute break, and then we'll be back on to whatever our next section is.
I think so.
I'm telling you.
You see, we like to keep things a little secret here.
Yeah, I definitely didn't just line up our entire stream plan right now.
No, never.
I would never.
We're
He
professionals.
actually made a schedule
We are professionals.
and just broadcasted it to everybody.
Yeah, that's
That
how
would be
silent we are.
ridiculous And
Yeah,
so our
yeah.
thing to do. I'm gonna do this cornice later and not upside down. I feel that would be a
I think it would be smart if you didn't do everything wrong. That would be like a really smart idea.
Yes, I think that's a good start.
Honestly, life's a little bit more fun when you just mess everything up all the time.
If you weren't so horrible at everything, that'd be pretty cool.
No,
Not
If you were
that I
a
can.
functioning member of society and you worked for your own keep, maybe your life would be good.
damn.
Just saying.
But I want to build buildings in block game. What if I want to?
Too
Valid.
bad.
Too
I also
bad.
want to.
Homework can wait.
Hmm.
Speaking of homework, I have a 17% in the class, and I'm not going to do anything in it.
What class?
Uh-oh.
AP US
That's so
History, the
good.
greatest invention of mankind.
The greatest invention.
I literally cannot make up my grade because my teacher thought it'd be really funny if he wouldn't let me take any tests because I had COVID, and then would not let me make up the tests. His only makeup
A
time
little silly.
is in the morning from 7:30 to 8:30, meaning I can only do one test per morning. I missed 10 tests, and there were only 8 days left in the quarter.
Yo, you're crashing out.
Hmm.
You're crashing out, big dog.
Oh god. So silly.
Hey, that's Verno.
I definitely barked. That was me. My bad. I will never do it again.
Huh? Also, this shouldn't take very long because I'm in a college class.
Hmm.
Because I'm not going to university.
There is a
That's for
door-to-door
nerds.
salesman at my door, which is why the
And
dogs are
losers.
barking.
There's a door-to-door salesman at your door?
Yeah.
Yo,
I
if it's a Jehovah's Witness, go make him watch you do
I will be
backflips.
right back. Did you see that? I muted myself.
That's so cool. Guess he muted themselves
You know
the
what?
second after the dog barked. But I guess anything I do is unimportant, right, Adrian? I think I should just jump off a bridge with the Dreamcast computer and delete all the files.
Oh gosh, again?
Ooh, should we put that up to a vote?
Should Chef walk into the CU holding the Dreamcast computer?
Actually, let's see.
The
Start a
comical
poll.
single hard drive with all of the Dreamcast on it. The hard drive just chock full of pure Dreamcast. What is that side look like? Okay. So it's a window. Is that like a full-size window? Looks like it.
There we go. Our newest poll. Delete Dreamcast. Yes, no, or bring back Paragon.
Ooh, hard choices, hard choices.
Something I can definitely do.
Definitely. Peril City.
Currently, yes is leading with 0%. You'd love to see it.
Wha- 100% of people said yes.
I think it's unanimous. I think
Oh,
I should just
wow.
end everything.
I think it is unanimous.
Oh, 67 to 33.
Oh no, somebody else voted.
Somebody voted to bring back Paragon.
So maybe we have a plan.
No, we don't.
No,
Do not read into that.
just no.
That's the type of thing I'm too scared to joke about.
Oh god, I can understand that.
Yes, please, I want 30 more years of arguments. How did you know?
Oh,
So, are there people watching?
There are
Yes, there are. How many people watching currently?
300,000.
Maybe that's why Alpha died. Did the pole get to him first? Did he walk into the sea?
Did I miss something? Is this an inside
I
joke?
think Alpha
Y'all
might have
collaborating
walked into
again?
the
Definitely.
sea.
Somebody DM Alpha and tell him that I'm so down to work on a new Dreamcast with him. And I'll even restart the world, like old times.
A new Paragon. Hoorah.
I didn't mean to actually Pearl, please.
No. Oh, things are about to go bad.
Things are about to go really bad.
Oh, no.
I mean, while we're at it,
If it was really a threat, you'd ask Will.
I don't know what I
Oh,
can and cannot
Lord.
say, so I'm not
I
gonna
doubt
say
he'd
what I
even
was
say
gonna think.
anything.
It'd be great if you didn't say the N-word. That's about it.
I
That
was
is-
not
yeah,
gonna say the
that's a
N-word.
good
I was
rule of
I was
thumb.
gonna say in the meantime I can go grab big CCC. We can really get the gang back together.
Hell
Get
yeah.
the gang back together.
You know, I didn't know that was a sensitive topic or not.
Pearl's
I
about to
hope
do
it
it. He
can't
just
be a
said, "Watch
too
me, watch me."
sensitive topic.
Because tonight, where's the link to the
Hmm?
the thing
The live stream?
that's happening right now? Yeah.
It's on,
It's
it's on YouTube.
on like, yeah, it's on our YouTube.
If you were a real Dreamcast subscriber, you would need a link.
you'd already be watching.
I don't think I'm actually
You'd watch it
subscribed to
before you
Dreamcast.
came up with
I
it.
think you should
No,
fix
what?
that.
I am subscribed to Dreamcast. I think I am
Maybe you should be
subscribed
the
to
one to
Dreamcast.
walk into the sea.
I think I just watched somebody unsubscribe
shit.
live. I think you unsubscribed just to make that point.
She's just
I-
watching a number tick
I
down in
actually,
front of you.
I actually still can't find where
It's in
upload is.
uploads.
Yeah.
No, where that?
Announcements.
Oh, found it.
Somebody does not believe in us.
Oh, goodness.
God, dude.
Woo! Hooray.
No, Zach, aren't you so
Nobody's cheering
quirky?
here? God.
I am. I'm super cheery. I'm doing living homework.
Yay.
Oh my god, why do I sound like that?
Adrian's heard his voice recorded back to him for the first time.
I'm just like, this is horror.
I've come to terms that I sound
Delete Dreamcast.
Delete Dreamcast. Cast your vote, Adrian.
I actually just did.
That's your subscription, Adrian.
Okay, I happen to notice that it did just go up towards I can't help but notice that. Just by any happenstance, is that at all related to you?
I think
I'm
he voted no.
colorblind, so I'm colorblind,
It's
so
a
I
black
don't.
and white poll.
I'm dehydrated. Oh god, I don't know
Pops
what's
a
going
day.
on.
Hmm.
I'm moist. I'm wet.
Accidentally delete it, then blame it on a hard drive.
That is definitely something I've done. I definitely didn't actually lose it.
No way.
Never. We'll
Oh,
watch it.
wow. Thank you for the honesty.
For legal reasons, no comment.
For legal reasons, no comment. For legal reasons, wink wink nudge nudge.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. What is this?
Hmm?
Like
Where are you?
1940s?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
If you were a Dreamcast
See,
Wow.
viewer,
he got it! It worked!
if you were a Dreamcast
No, I
viewer,
w-
you know this is
I
set
was
in the
I was
1940s.
told previously.
Maybe you should shut up.
God damn it!
I mean, to be fair,
Sorry, I'm a little
we
upset.
upload as much as Flush City does, so Dreamcast viewers are
Actually,
actually
I'm pretty sure this is like the second or third year anniversary of no videos.
really.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, Lord.
Oh boy.
Jeepers.
Jinkies.
Jeepies. Who just, like, fell down a flight of stairs?
Sorry, that was me on my desk. I actually did not fall down the stairs.
Aw.
Hey.
Can we toss that up to a poll? Should
Life
fall
alert.
himself
Yes
down
or
a
no?
flight of
Fly
stairs?
himself. Send himself down a flight of stairs. Like that Dreamcast, the next sub goal
Like a Dreamcast.
Dreamcast
of
is a
300
sub-goal. You get a face
subscribers.
reveal, but only post falling downstairs. I think.
I think the next
fans
subscriber
really
goal
enjoy that.
is at 100 million
14 million.
subscribers, I will explode.
You will explode.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Nothing. Just. Alright.
No, I don't care. At any point between now and 100 million, don't care. 100 million, I explode.
Huh.
Nice.
Let's see if that's right. What is the limestone walls? These are retextured and smooth brick walls. Got it. It's a Dreamcast thing.
Oh yeah, the world doesn't know. Limestone. Not
Yes.
easy being the best.
It's not easy being.
10 subscribers on stream and KB oils up. I mean,
No.
I guess that's KB
Ooh.
agreeing to it, right? Anybody disagree?
KB did just say a word, so I think
Everybody who thinks KB should oil up say I.
Alpha Hippo Gamers.
Okay.
Would you look at that? Back from the dead.
One to
What?
Pearl.
Happy to have ya. Daniel B says, "Got no one watching." Daniel B, can you throw yourself down a flight of stairs?
Daniel B might be one of the 10 viewers watching.
Daniel B is one of the 10 viewers.
Wait a minute.
So at least you are watching.
My merge partner's in chat. I don't know what that means.
Oh no! You fucking summoned him.
Guys, buy my merch.
Pearl.
Buy my merch.
Buy my merch.
Buy the merch.
KB.
So that's the top section.
He's begging you, KB. I think you have to do it.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree on doing it.
You wouldn't be against it.
Yeah.
Can I find the reference I pulled for the detail work on this? I'm gonna really struggle for a second here. Daniel B says, "Can you get yourself hit by a car?" Oh wait,
We don't have any car.
It takes two
Well,
to
no,
let that happen.
that's actually not true. We do have cars. I
Zach,
can get myself hit by a car right now.
zip it.
Oh,
That's enough.
that's not enough. No, Daniel B should get his wishes. Let's hit me with a car. Oh, is this what I think it is? Or is this just AD?
Yeah, that's my house.
Oh, that's your house?
Yeah.
Spacious.
Spacious. MTV crib up in this bitch.
Hold on. If you would do the honors, Nick,
Oh?
with the very.
Oh, we do have a car. We may or may not have a 1989
We
Lincoln
do have
Town
a car. A 1989 Lincoln Town car.
I wonder why I picked this car specifically.
I wonder why.
I'm definitely not the proud owner of this car.
Never. That'd be ridiculous.
I will say it works very well in this area.
It does. As unfitting as it technically is.
We do need to make more drivable cars.
That would be good. I'd say maybe a drivable car for each decade. Or each era.
If you're willing to pay for it. Or if someone wants to suddenly super chat. Wink wink. That's
Or
nice.
learn it.
Nope, never learning. Learning's for nerds. I'm a Dreamcast builder.
Learning is for nerds and losers.
I may or may not make a free candy van.
What,
We
here?
need a hatchback.
Like drivable.
Oh, wow. Can you do a free candy
Oh, cargo port.
wagon?
Speaking of cargo ports, you might see one right here very soon.
Oh, yes.
Wink wink, nudge nudge.
That's
Why you
true.
keep winking and nudging at me? I feel.
I'm winking and
I
nudging at
feel
Alpha Hippo
attacked.
Gamer. The
Look at you two getting along.
proclaimed person of
Who?
I'll reawaken
Who's
you
not
when
getting
Chef
along
asks
with
to merge
the
again. I will merge with anybody ever if they pay me $1,000 right now. People say they don't have a price. I have a price.
We get to 1,000 subs, we merge with the UNC
No.
again.
$1,000. Like I don't care. Like anybody.
$1,000 straight.
Phone,
Alright.
phone Will, phone Village City, phone Flush.
From the screen
City.
to the ring to the pen to the king.
That's my crown. That's my bling.
Oh.
This trauma when I rain. What do you know about that, Zach?
Candy van. We could get a free candy wagon out here.
What?
We need a free candy wagon.
What makes a wagon?
I don't know. It's the 1940s. That feels fitting.
Did they even have candy in the 1940s? It's all black and white.
Did they have wheels? I'm not sure.
I thought cavemen invented the wheels.
Yeah, and the 1940s was before that, so...
I want to know who invented the second wheel.
That's the real smart guy.
Yeah,
Like, did they just use unicycles until the guy invented the second wheel?
exactly. And better yet, the fourth wheel.
Also true.
But not
Right.
the third
Is
wheel.
every car like that stupid-ass one?
I know who
Worst thing
invented
that
the
has
third
ever
wheel.
happened to
Zach
No.
invented the third wheel. So he gets no bitches.
me.
Oh, God.
I'm allowed to laugh at that.
I am too.
I'm allowed to laugh at that.
You're not
because
allowed to
I
laugh
have
at
a
that.
magic partner.
I'm not allowed to laugh at that?
No, Zach isn't.
Oh, yeah, okay. Zach, you get no ladies.
Damn it.
Guys?
Where the hell is
Question mark?
that?
Oh, God. Never
It's
escape
a
me.
safe space.
Lord.
25% said bring back Paragon.
Ooh.
I think it's a sign.
It's a sign.
Go get me my computer.
Oh, God.
I need to make some business calls.
I need to find some world files.
He already has the world files. He has all the old buildings.
Definitely.
He does. He has all of the old buildings. It's actually been a psyop this entire time.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. I only have Will's and nobody else's.
If only. If only.
Wait, you have Will's?
Definitely. I have every single one of his buildings he's ever made. Totally. 100%.
Wait,
Without a
what?
doubt.
Specifically
Why-
keeping them from
Why do I not have that? I want that. Give me that. Why do I have that?
I think everybody in this
Why
world...
don't I have that?
I think
God.
all 8 billion people in the world except for Will have a copy of his builds.
Yeah, it seems like it.
He's always so perplexed. Where are my builds at? Like, bro, you're the one building. Stop
Yeah, I
losing.
feel like he loses them the most.
Yeah, how does this keep happening?
Where are my builds at?
Fool me
Where are
once,
they?
shame on you. Fool me twice. You know, shame on me. Fool Will.
Shame
Fucking
on
9
Will.
times? I think he has a
How many
mental
times
issue.
now?
No comment.
I wonder if we see a Will appearance.
No.
I'm not sure that's even possible.
For,
Is
for-
Will not Daniel
What's he
B?
do now?
You can't handle me.
Bars!
Hold on. Ain't you
Bars.
Nathaniel B? Your realist laugh.
What is playing on my computer?
Born.
No.
You disgusting.
Yeah, why not?
What? Pardon?
Oh, it's Louis Zong. That's right.
Why don't you listen to the Dreamcast live stream?
I could listen to Dreamcast livestream music, but the Louis Zong jazz album makes me feel fitting.
Weather outside is rosy. Fire is so skibbity. Since I've got to go. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
All the leaves are brown. Oh god. Whatever happened to Newcastle?
Beats me. I don't know if I want to spend this half of the stream just talking about people that are not here.
Completely valid.
I don't
If we
think
get
I-
Newcastle in chat, we can.
We get Newcastle on stream.
He's actually too busy working at his architectural firm.
Hey, Newcastle. Well, do you consent to us just making fun of you? I'm not gonna do that.
Fun stream idea. We absolutely grill Newcastle for like an hour and a half.
That should just be the title.
Fuck this
Fuck
random
this guy
guy.
with like an arrow. That would be so
Yeah,
bad.
it's just like a photo of him, and it's just screw this guy. He sucks.
Hey, 1,000 subscribers and we do that.
1,000 subscribers.
We face reveal Newcastle.
We do a Dreamcast face reveal. It's just some guy.
It's just a random guy.
I feel like that's what Dream did. That's
They
not his
found him,
face.
It's a psyop. Dream paid someone.
But
Yeah.
he's gone on like
With a
live
big
shit.
chin.
But why does he look so different? Like
What?
he
Did you
got
guys-
completely different from when he face revealed to when he went like live, like on tour.
Oh.
I don't know. Did you guys hear about the voice actor for it's not Darwin, it's the actual cat. Why am I blanking on his name?
Gumball?
Well,
Yeah. The voice actor for Gumball slapped Dream. Like he
Oh, I
he
remember
bitched
that.
him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He
Yeah,
probably
Dream
deserved
got
it.
Dream got bitched
Yeah.
by Gumball.
The world we live in.
The world is a better place for it. I think this is what we get for Harambe.
If I ever meet that
everything that's
kid,
happened in the past few years is just Harambe's ghost.
yeah, if I ever meet that kid, like
You need to
There's
solve
gonna
you
be
need to
some
save
issues.
this, rectify it.
there's going to be some issues. He's a bad omen.
Oh,
I think
I think
we
the name
got
of the
rid
kid was
him.
released too. I forget the name of him. The Harambe kid.
Oh.
I don't think they know what they did by releasing his name. I also have not seen him on the internet at all. I think I've seen his parents go on an interview or something.
I have seen nothing about him since the
I am
incident.
sorry, my kid
Since
just
the
got
tragedy.
confused. Because the gorilla. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
I don't know what you're about to
My
say, but I don't want to hear it.
apologies. Yep. Yeah, well, I got it. I'm a smart cookie. Why is Pearl City talking about rice?
White rice is probably better.
Oh,
Fried rice is really good, though.
why? Why do you say that, Zach?
Yeah, why do you say that, Zach?
Do you think that white rice?
Because I'm racist.
Do you think that the other races are entering your community and need to be taken care of?
Oh lord,
Something we need to talk about here, Zach. This is a zero tolerance community, Zach.
I'm a racist. Get it?
Zach, is this what? Is this
It's
because
like-
you live in Massachusetts?
Because I just
He does
don't-
not.
I just straight up don't.
It's even worse.
I just don't live in Massachusetts. That's
Are you-
just wrong.
Are you positive?
I'm pretty certain I don't live in Massachusetts.
You're pretty
Can you double
certain.
I
check?
You're
live
not.
in Bayonne.
He does not live in Bayonne, New Jersey.
The waters of Bayonne.
I do know where he lives. It's very fun. It's a really, really fun fact.
If Newcastle shows up in chat,
Can I air this
the
out on stream?
curious location
Please
reveal.
don't. Though to be fair, I think the last time we streamed, some friend of mine just said my full name on stream.
Yeah.
He didn't say
Which
your
is
full
so
name.
silly, goofy, funny.
He,
I
he
love
sent
that.
a link of your neighborhood and
I
it
think
was
he
a
might
Google
have.
address to your school,
Yeah.
which unfortunately I deleted. God.
Unfortunately.
Womp womp.
I didn't trim that out.
Unfortunately,
I
was
think that might
planning
still
on-
be available on YouTube.
I think it is.
I was planning on
Even if it doesn't-
doxing Zach.
Look who's here.
Oh?
Mr. made himself a battle helmet by welding it himself. Spin text.
Fantastic.
Typically, when you make yourself
Text
a
is
battle
not on
helmet,
the call, but he is.
Yeah, you do it for
in the
yourself.
chat. Whoa, I just noticed this has a roof.
He's in the chat? I do not see that.
Zach lives in Moscow. He's a Russian spy. You got me. You got me.
I don't know about that one. I think we should double check.
Spintex, if you are watching, you are totally welcome to hop in here. We're having a silly.
Anything
fun
is
time.
better than talking about why white rice is better than the other kinds of rice.
White rice is objectively the worst kind of rice. Just put shit on it.
Well, yes, it is. Yes.
Is
If
this
you join
because
a thing, we can.
Tennessee?
I mean, white rice is not good on its own, but like, it's better than brown rice.
With mayo.
Zach,
Oh.
do you live in Tennessee?
No, I don't live in Tennessee.
Because you
And
have
I'm
shit
not
on
the
your
only
face.
10 you see, so shut the fuck up.
You can't
No,
say
that's not what I
This
said.
is your
That's not what I
tolerance.
said.
Oh, what did you say?
Are you from Tennessee?
No.
Because you have shit on your face.
Okay. Okay. This is actually, I hate to break it to you, but we are actually back on the UNC.
Oh, really?
We changed back.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
This has been a
I've
government
pledged
school.
our allegiance to the Willworth Architecture Company,
Oh, really?
Architecture.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
I'm currently earning millions of builder credits to buy a stadium.
Yeah, I'm actually currently earning $1 billion alpha bucks every time I say the word Woolworth, so I can put my name on a fourth arena.
That I also built.
Yes.
I'm buying for the rights to put
Yeah.
my name on my own building.
Yep.
You'll have to see. You'll have to see it. I am still trying to figure out what I'm making right now. I don't quite like. I made it. And I don't think
I like the shape of it. It feels strangely regal.
Mhm.
Also, I do think Spintex is waiting to be moved in here.
That is an amazing point.
I would.
He's not in the call, so I am afraid I can't do
I
that.
guess not. Alrighty. How's this looking? This is all supposed to be a whole lot higher up than where it currently is, so you'll have to pardon that.
It does look like he made a bunch of windows and then put them on
Yes.
top of each other in a building fashion.
That tends to be what those are. I'm missing another, what, like 15 stories below this?
This
And
looks like enough
another-
space for 15 floors. I definitely see the vision.
I think you could fit 15 floors. And then another 15 on top, so missing a little bit.
I think it's done. I think you call it right there.
I think just leave it how it is, and I think
think-
you've got a finished hotel.
You do indeed think.
I do? That's a thing? My god.
You would.
You would think.
People like you think.
Can't stand it.
Can't stand
People these days. Kids. Alright.
They're thinking.
I'm researching the case of Adnan Syed.
I don't know what that is, but I agree with
I
you
don't know.
wholeheartedly. Whatever
What
you
even-
think,
what the hell even is that?
every opinion you've ever had, I fully stand by with just no objections.
He's some dude that got accused of killing his ex-girlfriend
You probably did it.
in like
I don't
the 1980s, except it is the most outrageous case that you will literally like ever hear.
Oh.
Hmm.
Like he shouldn't have gone to prison. Like there was so much clear evidence that he was just not the one that killed her.
But did he do it?
No. Yeah, he's actually free as of like I think 2 years ago.
That's good.
Is it though?
Yeah, but he spent like 25 years in jail.
I'm a little less glad.
Why?
Sounds
Because he's brown.
No,
Zach,
because
what's
he
your issue,
spent
man?
25 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, Adrian.
Oh yeah, pardon
Don't
me.
put free Diddy in the chat, Pearl. No, that's a bad thing.
I think
Says who?
that I don't have an opinion on him.
No, but
I think I'm going to stop talking.
Like forever? That's great.
I am
It-
gonna
A
throw-
lot of making
Everybody
real
rejoice.
change in Dreamcast in the
for
community.
real change in Dreamcast. I'm gonna throw myself into the sea. Do I stream
yeah,
it?
man.
Yeah, we do.
Mhm.
I will say, on that note, I think the stream is going to take a short break. In the meantime, you can tune into the tiny little thing we prepared for you. And, oh, that's beautiful. I love how there's just a second thing showing up here. And now it's not. Alright, right now, if you want to come over here, Zach, we're going to do a little walkthrough of a certain Park Avenue. Would you like to introduce it as it's yours? Well, come over here. You are not at the right person right now. A walkthrough, not a fly-through, Zach. Now, why did they do this design? Do you have any idea? Like, if I quickly... Yeah. It does feel like it's... Yeah. Almost detached from the rest of the avenue. Oh, it is your building. Oh my god, you're gonna hate me. The stream may or may not have heard any of that, and we're gonna go back. I don't know why that happened, but we're gonna see really quickly. All right.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh no. Oh no. Why we don't do this one? Oh no. Don't do this one? Oh no.
Where on earth is... Where on earth Can we hear Zach now? Oh wait, can we hear Zach now?
I think something very weird is happening with the audio. Oh, do you have it working? We good? Hello? Oh no. I don't think we can hear you. At least I can't.
Alright,
Huh?
this is Zacarias. and this is Dreamcast. What is up?
All right, we working?
We should be working right about now.
Wonderful. I love having technical difficulties. So, where were we? An introduction, right?
Welcome to Dreamcast Park Avenue. Take two. This is
Take two.
Vicarious.
Take two. Hello. So, I am obviously the main builder for this area. Save for one or two buildings, all of this is my own doing. This is, as most of Folsom is, or Folsom is our New York, set at a very specific time. This is 1963. So a lot of what you see here is kind of brand new corporate modernism, which would have been the leading architecture of the time, and Park Avenue was really the center of it. It's where all of the new modernist experimentation of the early 60s and late 50s kind of came to a very notable and very elegant head. And so, chronologically, starting us off is Lever House, which would have been put up in, I believe, 1949, designed by Gordon Bunshaft.
Now, what's up with this? Like, everything related to the design. This massive elevated plaza that I see over here.
It was, I believe it was based off of Bunshaft's kind of idealized vision of what a modern tower should be. He was one of the earliest modernist architects to really dream up of these kind of curtain wall designs, and one of his most pressing features in a lot of his idealized designs was this elevated plaza, and especially how it creates two different layers, one for the residents of the building, or, office workers, and one for the street goers.
Absolutely.
Kind of this connection and separation from the avenue.
Now, I see... I don't know if this is something that you'd be able to answer. What's up with this area over here? Is all of this kind of small space more office, more lobby? Would you have any idea?
I'm not sure. Lever at the time, the company that, ran the building, was some sort of manufacturing firm, I believe. So this might have been some sort of showroom or drafting room or more specialty offices, but I'm not sure.
All right. Let's take
What
it
I
out
can
of this
tell you
building.
is it certainly has a good view of our next stop, which is, if you don't mind me breaking through the window here, the Seagram Building, arguably the most architecturally famous out of any on the Avenue. This is Mies van der Rohe's, I'd argue, masterpiece. The most expensive building per square meter, I believe, in New York City, clad in all bronze. It sits as this kind of homage to Greek architecture. Because as you can see, it sits on this little plinth. Its massing and proportion is incredibly specific and very much reminiscent of classical architecture. And obviously the whole thing is finished in bronze, so it's very much this classical tower.
Can you take us through why this plaza looked like this, just so big and flat?
It was very much, as with Gordon Bunshaft, a lot of the architects designing these towers at the time had these very idealized visions of why, or how their worlds should look. And with Mies, it came in the idea of this universal space. So, as you can see here, it's meant for gatherings in a way, but as was criticized at the time and as is criticized today, it's very stoic, as he pointed out, very open, very empty, and it kind of sat like that for a long time. But in theory, it's designed as a central gathering space for people working in the building.
I'm wondering what the thinking is. Oops, kind of streaming here now.
Uh-oh.
I do wonder what the thinking is for why on earth people would meet just in a massive flat slab of concrete.
I believe the thought process would have been like people entering and exiting the building would be kind of walking along here to, that's a good sign, to kind of, connect to the avenue, connect to buses, taxis, cars, and you'd have this very big thoroughfare leading up to the building. And that would allow for some sort of connection between people from, different departments or different offices that would meet here and run into each other. And I guess the idea would be it's a very modern way of thinking, this exchange of, ideas.
Would you like to backtrack and take us to the building we missed? This this, I think,
Sure.
belt.
Yes, I call it the Ames building. We can cross the street here to where eventually the racket club will be, which is part of why the building is set back so far as well, is that Mies wanted to respect the 1890s tennis club that sat here, which is, as you could see, currently rendered in such a creative and beautiful brown.
I don't think I've ever seen something more detailed, Zach. I truly...
It is my magnum opus. But,
What a place.
standing in front of it does give you a good view of the two towers on either side, both of which are not actually here on Park Avenue. They're both taken from after the Americas and shifted a little bit.
Alright, I guess it's best to introduce this one next.
Yes. So, what we have is on the left of Seagram, you have the Sperry Rand building from 1961. Very classic example of that tower annex design, but taken to a kind of regal way. I believe it was designed by the firm Emery Roth & Sons, which were responsible for a lot of the post-war kind of 1960s vernacular, especially in New York City. It's a less architecturally significant building, but is undoubtedly one of my favorites on the Avenue. Just got such a energy of this sleek 1960s feeling.
Got a very unique, I guess, just disposition as a whole.
It reminds me of the lions you would see on fancy buildings from like the 1910s on the staircases
Yeah, absolutely.
in front of like the Met or something. And then if you turn your attention back down here
We
to
reframe
this tower, this is the Time and Life building, which I believe is 1960 exactly. This was built on the Avenue of the Americas, really the first of its kind in that area of New York. In real life, it has a much different kind of shaping and proportioning, especially with how it meets the plaza. But I figured adapting it to Park Avenue, I'd want to make it more graceful feeling, because part of the goal with this whole avenue is to really create a dichotomy between the older buildings and the newer buildings, which you'll see much later once you get to the areas where we do actually have some older buildings, where the older buildings feel a lot less graceful than the 1960s ones. It's not the greatest plaza to walk on because the walls don't do you very good, but if you take a second and look at it from above, this is how the original plaza of the building looked in the 60s, with this very unique psychedelic tile pattern. And so I use this very specific thing of walls to kind of mimic it.
Yeah, pinnacle of the 1960s, really.
Really. Then moving down the avenue, obviously we'd have some hopefully finished older hotels here. And then this building, which is probably the least graceful and significant of the avenue, but is undoubtedly a symbol of kind of an era of New York City architecture. It's got a very unique shape, no?
Absolutely. I mean, is there a name for this?
Generally they were called, especially out here in Midtown, they were called wedding cake towers.
I can see the resemblance.
You'd see this kind of design starting in the kind of 1910s, 1920s with the Equitable Building in downtown, which was the first building to kind of trigger a zoning resolution because it took up the entire block and, blocked out so much sunlight in the downtown area of New York that there was the need to pass a zoning regulation. And what it said was that a certain amount of sunlight needed to reach the street. And the way of doing that was to do these procedural setbacks. And so such a lingering effect of this building from the 1910s can just be seen on the very specific and odd shapes of buildings from even the 1960s.
Absolutely. I
Now,
don't
you
have a good
can see-
transition, but
Ooh.
what's meant to be here?
This right here would probably be something like the old Murray Hill Hotel, which in reality is a little bit further south on Park Avenue. It was demolished sometime in the 20s, I believe. The goals for this is a lot of 1890s hotels.
I see. Like this one. Want to introduce this?
Exactly, yes. This is 277 Park Avenue, or I don't remember what it was called, but it's this older apartment house. Though it's currently a block off from where it sat in real life, that is purposeful because we actually have 277 Park. The building was torn down in the 1960s, and as we see it here, it seems to be on its very last legs. So obviously, the flagpoles in front of the entrance.
What a nice...
The flagpoles in front of the entrance are devoid of life. The corner here has a poster for the building to replace it. The building looks aged and weary, but still has this stately nature. But this is a very good example of what used to be Park Avenue. Not the most graceful buildings, but undoubtedly the symbols of luxury.
Now, what is going on in here? I want to take a look at this.
Go for it. This is currently unfinished, unfortunately, but many of the buildings on Park Avenue and on Central Park, it's a common thing. Old apartment houses in New York would have these really large and kind of luxurious courtyards. And this one especially, since it's better to be looking up than not at the unfinished bottom here,
Yeah.
which hopefully will be landscaped sometime soon, but it certainly frames the next two towers we're going to visit very well.
Absolutely.
270 and 277.
Let's
Let's
uncomfortably
go.
and awkwardly walk over there.
Yep, very speedily yet awkwardly. We can start at the plaza of 270, I'd say. So, this is the first building that I built on the avenue. This is Skidmore, Earnings, and Merrill's 270 Park Avenue, designed by Gordon Bunshaft and Natalie DeBlois, respectively. It was demolished in, I believe, 2021 to make way for the new 270 Park Avenue, which is, in my opinion, not very good.
Not
But regardless,
at all.
the building was started construction in 59, finished in like 61, and is undoubtedly one of my favorite buildings of all time, and a very clean example of true corporate modernism.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this building has an award to be the tallest building designed by a specific group of people. Want to go more in detail about that?
That is true. It is the tallest building to date designed by a woman. What wasn't very much known at the time, or what was strangely enough kind of known at the time, but was slowly smothered until activism for trying to save the building and, a discovery of its architectural merit. Oh, Jesus.
We'll just stare blankly.
Oops.
Okay.
So essentially, this is the tallest building designed by a woman, at least as of when it was designed, and I believe currently. So something that was known at the time, but was kind of rediscovered during kind of activism for trying to save this tower, which unfortunately failed, was Gordon Bunshaft kind of didn't have a direct designing process in a lot of his buildings, as is the same with Lever House all the way back down the avenue. And what is currently not on this avenue, but the PepsiCo building, another one of his further down the avenue, he actually had much less of a part in them, but rather would kind of part it out to architects. And one of them, most prominently by far, is Natalie DeBlois, who at the time was pretty well known for being the woman who designed the Union Carbide building. You can see her actually on an old TV show at the time, figuring out, who is it who really designed the tower.
I see.
There was actually, especially, this double height lobby was a very specific challenge as well, where directly underneath us, in real life, is a bunch of train tracks. So the building doesn't have any basement, nor any real foundations, meaning in order to have the elevator banks, these elevator overruns, have space, they actually can't start on the bottom floor. So there are no elevator runs right here in this gray block. These are where the overruns are. And if you were to go inside, you'd have these escalators that would come up and bring you to the actual lobby, which is raised above the ground.
Wow.
And I reckon it gives you quite a good view of our second to last building to see, which is one of the ones not designed by me, actually. So I hope I can do it justice. So, stepping out from the plaza of 270, you see the actually completely fictional King Bank Tower. So I asked Spintex, who is somebody we mentioned, I believe, earlier, to design a custom version of 277 Park Avenue, which is the 1960s skyscraper that replaced that old building in the, I believe, 1964 was when it was built. And he delivered this, which is based off of a mix of 270 Park Avenue across the street, the Sperry Rand building all the way down back the avenue, and a little bit of Richard Rogers, actually, which I will head over here to show you. As it does actually have some very subtle but very unique exposed elevator shafts in the back here, which certainly add a nice bit of character to the tower.
Absolutely. Now, if he was on the stream, it'd be a perfect time to ask him why. But because he's
That
not
is a
here,
great question.
something even more fun: conspiracy theories. Why do you think he did it?
I reckon Spintex has a nature for really adding these creative flourishes to his buildings that distinctly kind of separate them from the style that he was going for, I think. In the best way possible, I should add. Like, he'll shoot for one style, and then he'll draw in some feature from another to just create this really unique kind of tapestry, I'd say. It's amazing, really. And then, obviously, our last building, the head of the avenue, what'll hopefully one day have a little Helmsley to accompany it, the All-in-All Tower, or more, correctly known as the Pan Am Building. This is also not my design. This is actually Adrian's, who I don't believe is here.
Adrian.
I am.
Would you like to walk us through this building while we explore?
I got bored and I built it.
That
This is not my strong suit. I was
fair.
trying something new.
Or not
You
being
know
your strong
more
suit.
better than
but
I
you're
do,
never
that's
really
for
good.
sure.
I think so. It certainly is a great end to the avenue, and the custom logo just really ties it together. And I will say, from right here, the avenue does look pretty damn nice.
Do something I've threatened for a while and turn up my F.
my city was actually like full, oh my god, it would make for the greatest thing ever.
And we're back. Say hello to KB. And we're back. Say hello to KB.
So we're here in
And we're
the Anziria neighborhood, specifically this part, which is the Pablo Road neighborhood. So this neighborhood is pretty much inspired by
Shit.
the neighborhoods in Los Angeles and Phoenix. It's kind of a mix of those two. So typically with these neighborhoods, there's a lot of deserty colors and palm trees. So that's kind of what I wanted to replicate here.
I'd say you did that almost perfectly. This is kind of takes me there almost.
Thank you. So for for this house, this is the only house with a complete interior as well.
Let's do it.
So I kind of wanted to take inspiration from a lot of bungalows that I've kind of been into. So we got like some yellow walls, some like red, just to kind of contrast. All this stuff is kind of meant to represent, or not represent, but like replicate the Southern American kind of color schemes, you know? Like we got all these woods.
Yeah, I will say it kind of feels the colors feel purposeful. It feels like a painting almost. The way that you've captured the feel in everything. Now, I don't know what the zombie head is, but I feel like it works with it. You know what I mean?
I think that was supposed to be a pillow. I don't know.
It's a very southwestern pillow.
Yep. And then we got one of these two-story houses. Or I guess three.
Yeah.
That one was supposed to be a bit more, I don't know, traditional American looking.
That's how you
more of
capture
those.
that. Absolutely. Now,
Yeah,
behind
it's supposed
this...
to be more of those.
Oh, my apologies.
What's that?
Okay. Anyways, behind this, I'm seeing something massive, and I'm dying to know. What are we looking at back here?
Ooh, okay, so we're looking at the... Ooh, I can't remember the letters, but it was a few letters, but it's the... I think it's the MGA. I think it's MGA Tower of Power.
The not Tokyo Tower. Look at that.
Yeah. So this tower was based on a real radio tower based in Manila, Philippines. It has a total height of, I believe, 319, if I remember correctly. But anyways, so where this is located in real life, it's I don't know. It's surrounded by some mid-rise apartment buildings, and then just a bunch of trees. And I thought that looked really cool. Just how this kind of looked more like a centerpiece. So that's what I want to eventually replicate here.
I see. It just
So
kind
anyways,
of sticks out, especially in this
Yeah.
grass.
And then we also got the sign, and written in traditional Chinese. Since this will be, since it will be Little Hong Kong, and I believe it says, lower region. I think it says lower region, or something like that. I can't exactly remember what I put.
Not that I can check, but it does look incredible.
But anyways,
What's
and
this
then we
little
got
strip
these.
over
Which one?
This little strip.
Oh, so these were a bunch of Santa Monica buildings that I was inspired by. So I think for the actual downtown city, which we're going to go to eventually, I want to put a bit more lower, like really like lower shops, really kind of humble looking streets in front of downtown, so that it all kind of, so you have the colorful buildings in front, and in the back you got all of corporate American, all those really uniform buildings in the back. I think that would be a pretty cool contrast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then we also got the drunken clan.
It's perfect.
It's funny.
All right, let's take it over to downtown.
All right. All right. So first,
Actually,
we
do
got
we want to
this-
go this way, or do we want to go the fancy way through the TP hub?
the fancy way. All right, let's go to the fancy way. Let's show off the TP hub.
Here we are. Welcome Spaghettioli to the Dreamcast TP hub. Now,
Absolutely beautiful.
KB is cities in Los Angeles. It's this way. Look at that, City of Annecy. Now,
All right.
click a button.
Let's go here.
Just like that, we pop up at the same building we went to. Isn't that something?
All right, so I believe you built this, and this is supposed to be 611 Place, based on Los Angeles.
Yep,
Yeah.
I will take credit for this building. Let's
And
try to
it's
talk
very
about
pretty
yours.
building. All right, so we got the OG. The OG was it's kind of a mix of. So the base is actually custom, but the actual, like the tower itself was actually based on a building in San Francisco. I don't know what it's called, but I don't know. And then over here we got this little orange building, which was based off of a building in New York. And then we got this this glass one as well.
I haven't seen
Which
this one
was-
before. What is this?
This one was inspired by what is it called? I don't know. It's a building in Phoenix. I know that, or that's what it was supposed to be inspired by. And then over
It's like
here we
the
got.
only glass Phoenix Tower.
I mean, we got a few. We got
got
Chase. So this is Renaissance Square, or Keegan Square as it is known here. So Renaissance Square is a complex in Phoenix with 2 twin towers. Now in real life these are a bit shorter and a bit bigger.
I'm gonna play it up for
Better.
Anzu.
Yeah. And then we got right next to it is another Phoenix. So this general area is, I guess, a bit more Phoenix inspired. So this one is also another building. This is the Bank of America Tower. And I chose this building mostly because it has a really nice view from the. So if you go to Phoenix, there's a theater that sits right in front of it. And I remember going there. I thought it was super neat, just how it kind of sticks out from everything. And
Is
then
the
we
plan
got
to make that theater
something like that. So there's another Phoenix building, which kind of it's like a curved building, and then right next to that is a kind of like circular building. Like if you look at the that building in Apple Park, the Steve Jobs theater. Yeah, it kind of looks like that, or that's what it reminds me of. So I kind of want to do something like that over here.
Wait.
Anyway, yeah, that's just kind of the plan. Then we got another building of yours
Oh yeah.
with the Anzu logo.
Your little birthday present, the Anzu building.
Yeah.
I hope I have a picture of that. I really want to put that in a video somewhere. That's just a
you
massive
do.
birthday cake with buildings as presents.
I think posted in flesh once.
Mm-hmm. Where are you?
Oh, there
Take
we
it
go.
this way.
All right,
Look
so
at
the
it,
lower we
fastest.
go, the lower we go, the more we kind of get into the taller buildings and the Los Angeles and palm trees and whatnot. Well, except for this building, actually these 2 buildings. So we got the Tread, which I renamed. So my kind of philosophy, I guess, is if I have to repurpose a building, then I'll also repurpose or I'll change the name. So this is actually the Trump Tower from Las Vegas.
I see.
But since I didn't want it to be a hotel, I decided to change it into an office tower. So therefore, I changed the name as well.
Absolutely. And I could see it working as both. It's quite a nice tower.
Yeah,
I think in
I think
real
the
life
base
it's gold,
is-
isn't it?
It's what?
In real life it's gold, isn't it? The shape, the color
Yeah,
of
it
glass.
is. Yeah, I also changed the color because I feel like that would be a bit, jarring.
Like it's a bit out there to have a gold office tower.
Yeah. And then also, you can see the base being worked on because in real life the base is a little awkward since the building itself is being set back from everything else and a bit more standalone.
Yeah.
But here it's more in the heart of downtown, so I have to kind of change some stuff a bit. And then this office tower, I think I based it off of the Seagram in New York City.
Saw that earlier, yeah.
I saw this on a reference pic. I didn't know it was Seagram at first.
Bro, are you on Discord?
And then if we go over here, you can see
Wow.
the City National Plaza, or at least that's supposed to be inspired off of.
Wow.
I do see.
And if we had,
I do see. Is that? Oh, that goes on the call right now. Not.
Rain doesn't ever say.
We're streaming right now, dude.
Oh.
Alright, I'm so sorry. Let's.
no,
You
good.
like to talk to
I think
me.
he can unmute himself, but he's not in the forest.
Oh, and go.
We'll see what happens. Alright.
Alright.
I see someone over here. Who's Goodman?
Oh, Goodman. Goodman is probably one of the most successful lawyers to ever exist.
No relation to Saul Goodman. No
Not at
relation.
all. He's just a very good lawyer. And oh yeah, I forgot about this plane.
Oh yeah, there's a plane here. I assume this
Yep,
is some
very
kind of
cool.
airline headquarters or something like that.
No, so I saw this picture. I think it was from Hong Kong. Basically, there's like a little park / plaza with a plane in the middle. I thought that looked kind of cool, but I don't think I really executed that well here.
We'll see when it's done. You still got a long way to go at the plaza.
Yeah, maybe it'll grow on me. But anyways, heading towards City National Plaza, we got the First Anzurian Bank, which in this city is supposed to be kind of one of the oldest banks, one of the most reputable, you know. And then here we got those Santa Monica buildings, and this tall white one is supposed to be the clock tower in Santa Monica. It's another one of those standalone buildings that like really, you know, protrudes out of the skyline. I think it looks amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like I'm starting to see that effect, even though this is two buildings, not the whole row, of like the contrast between these and Triad.
Yeah.
Nick, you're silent.
Silent?
You're silent.
Silent?
You're silent.
No, I'm not.
You're silent.
No, I'm not.
You're silent.
Alright, so we got this little adorable little view corridor of Adrian's building.
I see.
Yep, and then right in front of it is the it's a museum. I can't remember what museum I wanted to do. I think it was just some kind of history. Yeah, it was a history museum, I remember. I haven't really gotten to doing the interior on that. And
Now,
over...
I've
yeah,
been told to
don't-
read
don't
these
go
signs by a friend.
there. Yes, they're very, very thoughtful words.
I don't think that these are nice signs, Pearl. I really gotta say.
I think they have some nice
I like
meanings
these
for them.
words, Pearl. I
I
don't
feel like they're
think
just
we stand for that.
misunderstood.
Maybe an answer, but not fancy.
They're part of the artwork here, you know.
Motivation.
Yes, indeed. All right, and then right behind we got the San Carlos,
Yes.
which is another Phoenix building. And then we got this. You built this one as well, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, this is another gift from an unused city that never made it to Dreamcast.
What kind of architecture or like what kind of style is this? It looks almost Frenchish.
Beats me. I did steal this from Paris, I think. Something about the mansard roof I really like. I wish that we incorporated this more into American architecture,
I do think it's really pretty.
and it works well in this city. It's really well.
All right, and then you can also see that we got the ALR right here. You know, very all right.
One of
And
the
then right in
real
front of
services
this-
all time.
Yep. And then right in front of it, we got my baby, Aeon Center.
Oh, there we are. Oh my god.
My
This thing is
precious.
incredible.
Thank you. I do think it could be a bit better, but I still think it is fabulous how big it is and all of its bigliness.
That's the scientific term, right?
Yes, it's bigliness.
I'm seeing
That's not
a
good.
bit of an interior.
There is a bit of interior.
Wow. That is incredible. Is this the real
So
thing? How
is-
did you get to this design?
So this isn't actually the. So all these structural elements, except for the roof, so like all these columns and all the core, those are based on the real building. But pretty much this design is actually inspired by the Renaissance Square interior. So I just kind of stole that and repurposed that here. But yeah, and then also I kind of made some of these some TP things.
Oh, these work?
So like this one's to keep this fun. Yeah.
Oh, I see. International. Oh, we do have to check out the airport. Spawn. It's LHK?
Little Hong Kong.
I see.
Yeah. I think this one isn't the one that works. Yeah, that doesn't work.
I'm gonna be like, now's the perfect time, but.
Oh, well, maybe some other time.
Alright, let's. Is there anything we're missing in this area?
I don't think so.
That's pretty concise. Alright.
I think that's about it. I mean, you got the streetlights, which I based off of 10p.
Yeah, look at these. Wow. Look, there's just something about every detail here that you've done. I feel like you do differently than other people. It's the same amount of detail, just in a completely different way.
Oh yeah, and then I was also forgot about this. I was supposed to have the La Marquise from Los Angeles right here. You know, since we're going for more of that homey kind of living space area, I decided like La Marquise should be good here. But yeah,
I'm seeing this view
I didn't really
corridor
get
here with the tower power. I understand that's probably not staying in that same spot, but how is this gonna work? Are we gonna keep a view corridor like this going on in the city?
I'm not sure if so. Yeah, so like it probably will move, but I think so. The way I kind of want to plan it. Actually, I have a plan over here if you want to come.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gonna. Oh. All right, there we go. So here we got like most of the skyline. So all these kind of colorful buildings are the ones that are completed. And then all the white ones are stuff I probably want to do.
I see.
But anyways, if you come over to the red section, I got most of these buildings already planned out. So the way I wanted to kind of design is to have two skylines, a taller kind of business center, and then a slightly shorter, more well, Chinese themed city.
Let's see. Now, is the tower power going to be within this kind of center, or is it meant to be more adjacent?
Yeah,
to
it will. I think
Nice.
I'm gonna put it like right here instead, like right here, because I kind of want it to be like the centerpiece of everything.
Now, what brings you specifically like to the Chinese inspiration?
So I decided to do this like after I came from Chinatown, from Los Angeles, and I guess I still kind of had that motivation in me. So that's what kind of drove me to make some kind of Chinese inspired area. Yeah,
Wow.
and then the green is the highway. I think I'm gonna redo the highway. So what I'm thinking is trying to kind of bring it more this way, and then curve it back to this over here, the yellow.
Yeah.
So that when you look at it from here, it's gonna look like the highway is like leading directly to the city, the downtown center, which I think could be pretty cool.
Yeah. A lot like LA's.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
The-
should we go to our fake LAX?
Shall we?
Shall we? I gotta pull it up on a map. We don't have a command block.
Oh no. I have the
Favorite
court somewhere, but I have to like dig up.
Should be able to get there fairly quickly. Cannot find it for the life of me. I lied. Here it is. Alright, we're gonna start on runway 7 left. All right. Welcome to AUX.
All right. So this was actually my first time doing an airport. So that's it was a little daunting at first. So the runways are 1-to-1 with LAX, which I'm now realizing is a huge mistake.
Why is that?
Oh, okay. So I never realized just how small. So like when I was first building this, I didn't really have a reference, so I thought this was huge. But then when I compared it to 737s, the 737s alone could barely fit. So now I feel like I'm gonna have to upgrade that all to a 1.5 scale, just to kind of fit everything.
At what point do you feel like? Do you think it's net? Oh, I just teleported the wrong person. Hold up.
Oop.
Now, do you think that to some point that is necessary, or do you feel like there might be a middle ground where it's like, yeah, it'd be more accurate, but at the same time, this is a game. Like, where do you draw the line in terms of realism?
Like I wouldn't say, like I don't think it's a huge priority right now, but I think in terms of like it making sense, I think that could be pretty crucial.
Absolutely. Now let's go over here and take stock of the gate a little bit.
Now I am still a bit iffy on making it larger because you also got airports like Greenfield, which I think are great, but they use shorter runways, which you wouldn't really see in real life, but it's still really executed well. So I might do something in between.
On that note, what are we looking at here? What's the plan for this kind of red outline?
All right, so all this area is going to be essentially the international terminal. It's based off of the Tom Bradley Airport or Tom Bradley Terminal and LAX. And I remember going to this. I thought it was really magnificent, just how lively it was, just how big it was. So I kind of want to recreate that. Anyways, so we got the 767, the U.S. Airways livery, made by you.
Yay!
It's very pretty. And then we got a custom 777-300ER. I think it looks really good from the side. I think it's a little thin on the front though. Might have to rework that. Anyways,
these are custom. It's just incredible to even manage to make one of these.
Yeah, like I'm still pretty proud of this. Anyways, this is the Cathay Pacific livery. And then next to it, the Qatar. And then next to that is the 747-400, I believe, with the Emirates Sky Cargo livery.
I see the difference. They only got 3 windows on this whole plane, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, eventually, I feel like we should have a cargo terminal, but that's pretty far away. So I'm just going to put it here as a placeholder.
Oh, that is scary. Those back there, I haven't managed to get rid of those yet.
Which one?
On stream, you might be able to see them. These,
no, I can't.
A little quirk of the Dreamcast map are these massive mountains on the edge. Now over here is, I think I made a separate version for this. That's the cargo version of the 747. This is the regular passenger 400 People Express livery. Very short-lived airline in the 70s. They were like kind of the best low-cost carrier. Then they got too big too fast. They wanted to expand internationally, like right after starting, essentially. They bought a bunch of 747s they couldn't upkeep and kind of fell apart really quickly. But while it lasted, People Express.
It was a very nice livery. It screams 70s.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome.
I don't know if it's like the cocaine or what it was that just made people... the beige. I'll never get over that. Alright. Now what's going on over here? This thing gets better every time I look at it. Wow.
Oh, we're looking at the... I think in real life this is Terminal 3 or
I think it's 3 and 6 at the same time. It's a bit of both.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is... Oh, yeah. This is the terminal based off of Terminal 6. Or Terminal 8. I don't know.
One
It's based
of
off
just
of
a
a
big
terminal...
number and a small number.
Yeah. So it was based off of one of those terminals. Except this one is a bit longer. You know, I believe I think I made 9... what are these called? The parking spot things. No, the
stands, yeah.
Things. Stands, there we go. Yeah, I think I made it with 9 stands. So I think LAX has 5, I believe.
It does
So
feel like
anyways.
kind of endless. What is, I assume this is an American gate?
It is, yeah. So in real life, there is a lot of Americans over here, or American Airlines over here, including Alaskan. And we got more of the 737s. But I think over there, like somewhere closer to the main, somewhere where it connects to all the other terminals, I think we're gonna have stands for larger planes like the 767, 777.
Like, that one's about to crash right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me see. How much goes into making all of the kind of infrastructure around this terminal? I mean, the building itself seems fairly straightforward, but how do you even get to the point of making these jet bridges so accurately and knowing where to put these trucks and the cargo and everything? What's your
So I think I just look at references. So when I went Plane Spawning, you can kind of see how everything kind of fits together. How all of these sky chefs and all the baggage carts kind of roll around the airport. So just having a good reference can really bring this to life.
Absolutely.
And also with the sky bridge was really difficult to make actually, because you're working on an angle and diagonally.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But I think it came pretty well.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, I couldn't even think about doing this. And I feel like you should give yourself more credit than the rest of the airports I've seen, so to speak. I feel like with most of them, all the infrastructures really seem like the most simple way of doing it. This is I haven't seen somebody do this level of just this long and this massive of a jet bridge just because. I do feel like everybody else's infrastructure does feel more like a copy and paste of other Minecraft airports. Yours really does feel like you did the research yourself and you came to your own conclusions.
Alright, and then we also got a little bit of interior. And we got these little baggage things which you made, which I love.
My
So
pride
cute.
I did
Yeah,
just
pretty
enough to get credit
simple.
on this. I did just enough to get credit on this interior.
Yes. I think we should do 60-40. You get 60, I get 40% credit.
Definitely. This is 40% of the terminal right here.
But anyways, so pretty simple interior. We just got a bunch of lounge seats. I'm not sure where to put the VIP and first class lounge at.
Let's
Must
even
because I
have
have.
one. I mean, something that's small.
I mean, maybe not in this exact terminal, but in some other terminal, like maybe the one next over, if we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's
I think it's the airport.
about everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you also made your control tower, the ATC.
What's this one based off of again?
Phoenix. That tower was based off of the ATC tower from Sky Harbor in Phoenix.
I still can't get over the gall of the people who live in Phoenix to think of making an airport called a skyport or a sky harbor.
It's such a pretty name,
It's crazy.
or at least I think so.
I have to agree. All right. Well, I guess that's it. You want to send off the stream?
All right. We hope you enjoyed watching.
And stuff like that. We'll see you.
What about me?
You can say bye, to
Adrian.
You have a few seconds.
Bye bye.
All right, we'll see you guys.